Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Call Center Chronicles, episode 7. Today we're going to be talking about entitled Karens again, because I just recently had an encounter at a store I was at the other day. Before we get started in today's episode, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I have a light goal right now to try to reach 20, and then we can progressively move forward from there. Now, onto the story itself. Now, I was at the store, and being here in Texas, there's only one real good store we all can go to. I'm not going to say the name, of course, but it has, its main theme is red. So, I'm there at the store, and I'm wearing a black t-shirt, blue jeans, and I have this woman come up to me and just do the whole typical Karen thing. I'm thinking in my head, this cannot be it. This is not happening. And then the tap on the shoulder. I turn around, and what am I faced with? A Karen in the wild. She starts telling me that I have to go help her look for something. I tell her, ma'am, I do apologize, I do not work here. She goes ballistic as soon as I say that, because apparently I guess that wasn't the right answer. So she starts going off on me, saying, it's your job to help me, you need to help me, you have to help me, because it's your job. How is it my job to help you find groceries? I looked at my shopping cart. I'm like, ma'am, I don't work here. I'm just grocery shopping. Her response was, employees aren't supposed to be shopping on their time. Where's your manager? I'm going to get you fired. Wow. I didn't think I would be in an actual full-blown Karen attack. Thankfully, one of the store employees had seen this and got an actual manager, brought them over, and the manager, as soon as he got there, was like, ma'am, do you need help with something? And she's like, yeah, I want this employee fired. He looks over at me, looks at her, and is like, ma'am, as you can clearly tell, he does not work here. And she's like, of course he works here. It's like, ma'am, look at my associate over here to my left. Look at what she is wearing, which is the red shirt, iconic of that store, and look at him. I was wearing at the time an awesome shirt. Let me see if I can find it. Not a promo. This is not a promo. The Mandalorian. How she can mistake that as an employee shirt, I do not know. So the manager waves me away, and I go leave, and I finish my shopping and get the hell out of there. For some reason, I probably have had her call in a few times to where I actually work. I probably dealt with her. Oh, I have. We deal with Karens all the damn time. I mean, seriously. These entitled people think they can demand everything in the world because no one in their entire life has ever told them no. I guarantee you, her mom taught her this. If anyone ever tells you no, sweetie, ask for the manager. That doesn't work. That doesn't always help. In fact, that just makes the situation worse for you, especially working in a call center. You tell someone something, and they're like, well, no, you're wrong. You don't know what you're doing. Let me talk to your boss. Yeah, sure, okay. Gets them to the supervisor. tells them the exact same thing over again. I just had that happen to me the other day while I was taking a call. Person wants to transfer his money over from one account over to another account. There's just one major problem. The card is in a stolen status. This guy had lost his card, called it in, canceled it, and then 2 days later he decides he wants to transfer money over. Bank A policy is, for the company I'm with, we cannot do that. I tell him as much, sir. With the card canceled out, I cannot transfer the funds. The account is, we can't do that for the account at this time. You're going to have to wait for the new card. And he's like, no, you're wrong on that. I can still do that. Are you new? You sound like you're new. You don't know what you're talking about. Mind you, not kind of the gap I had when I was let go from the company for a department downsize to when I came back. Overall, I have just over 6 years experience with the company I'm with. About 3 years in short sales, a year in ATM fraud, and 2 years in the department I'm with right now. And he's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. I explained to him, sir, we cannot do this. If I attempt to do it, it's going to flag the account. We can't do this. I'm trying to explain to him every way possible that we can't do it. And he's like, you know what? I'm tired of your lies. This can be done. I know it can. They've done it for me before. Okay. So I go ahead and get him over to a supervisor. And lo and behold, actually, I don't know, because I didn't follow up with my supervisor on that one. I wanted to, but I got busy. I got busy with other calls and moved on with the rest of my day. Because honestly, I really didn't give one crap about that. I mean, seriously. I mean, who does? I mean, honestly. I like to have follow-ups and like to have closures on these stories, but sometimes you can't always get that. I mean, it's always going to happen. I mean, we're always going to have these entitled callers who think they know more than us. I mean, we've been with our companies for, what, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Supervisors, the same thing. Our managers, way longer probably. And whenever we have the stupidest reasons for the soup calls, we can always see it on their faces. How is... They want to say it, but they can't. And I'm going to say it right now. How is this even a soup call? How? I mean, what's the difference between them hearing it from an agent and them hearing it from a supervisor? I mean, what is the big difference? We have a fancy title in front of our name? Supervisor? So if I tell them, hi, my name's Supervisor Justin, I'm going to tell you the exact same thing my agent told you. Again, we cannot do this transfer because the card is canceled. I'm sorry, we're not able to do that for you. They're going to be like, oh, okay, thanks, and hangs up. I mean, really? I mean, come on. I mean, from what we're going to say to what the supervisors are going to say is not going to be much different. They might word it a little nicer. They might find a way to make it sound nicer. Then, other than the fact that I do apologize, but we're not able to do this. Or sometimes I even tell them it cannot be done because it goes against the policies of the company, the bank. I mean, seriously. I mean, we deal with calls like that all the time. And we also have some good calls, some nice calls. And I had one the other day. This sweet little old lady calls in. She wants to transfer her money. And I'm letting her take all the time in the world because, mind you, she's old. She's like old. And she keeps saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I don't have that with me right now. Let me check for it." I'm like, "Ma'am, it's okay. Take all the time you need. I'll be here waiting, okay?" I mean, it's those sweet little callers that make the job worth it because they're so nice. They're so kind. She had all the information, but it was just a little scattered about. But a 40-minute call that should have taken probably maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But you know what? I don't mind. The nice callers, I don't care. We can take as long as we want. Quality control might not like it, but you know what? I do. Not because I'm taking forever on a call, but because it's the nice people I'm willing to go above and beyond and help. And I think we're all like that. I mean, if they're nice to us, we'll be nice to them. But if they want to be entitled Karens or Chads, nope. Not dealing with you. Do not want to deal with you at all. And I think that pretty much covers it for today. Just entitled people. I mean, we're probably going to be talking about the entitled Karens and Chads a lot with this channel because that's probably our primary basis of what we deal with when we work in customer service, like call centers or box stores. I mean, we who have to deal with people in customer service, not just with call center work, we deal with the worst of humanity. I think the only thing more would be more horrible than what we do would probably, no offense to law enforcement, but they have to deal with them directly. They have to deal with these entitled people directly. It's like, when we're done with them on the phone, I feel like they're going to be dealing with someone in person. And that could be either someone who works at a box store, like Wally World, the blue one, the blue box store, with the white letters in the name. So I feel for our siblings that have to deal with that in person. And I feel bad because my dad does law enforcement, and he told me he's had to deal with so many entitled people, of them screaming their heads off, demanding that someone at a retail store be fired when they don't even work there. I mean, seriously. I mean, my mom, she does that. It's horrible. One of my buddies who I'm going to try to get in to come in and co-star for us to talk, for him to tell his stories on what's like on his side. So, I'm going to try to get some friends to come over, talk about their stories, get some co-stars in, and just expand this channel because I enjoy doing these videos. They're fun. They're stress relieving. I feel like I can get a good amount of stress off because it's nice to talk about this stuff. It really is. And I hope you guys out there watching these videos feel the same way because we need some kind of outlet. We can't always be jumping on our video games, going out partying, going out drinking all the time. Sometimes what's best is to just vent, talk it out, and just air out what we have to deal with working in customer service, especially working in call centers. Because the depression rate in call centers is very high. The turnover rate in call centers are very high. And unfortunately, many of us are not talking. We're not venting. We're not airing out what we have to deal with. Yes, we can deal with the worst of people. We can deal with the nastiest of people. The hurtful, the spiteful. But there are some good callers there. And this channel is going to be dedicated to us call center workers and those who do general customer service at retail stores. We have support out there. We have each other. We can talk about this. we have the means to do so. Social media, texting our friends, watching these videos. Because I do these videos not just for myself, but for all of you watching. I enjoy it, I love it, it's fun, it's great. But this video is already getting a little long, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.